Hello everybody and welcome back. This is CDS here bringing you another new video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the Dolphin Emulator to play your favorite games, Gamecube games on your Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Apologies for the video quality, I have to use another phone to actually record this stuff, so let's work with it when we can. So, the first thing I'm going to do, actually I'm going to lower the brightness a little bit, it's too high. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the App Store. And you can just find this directly in the App Store. Oops. Can't type for shit. Type in Dolphin. That's not Dolphin. Dolphin. And it should be... Yep, right here. So the Dolphin Emulator is very finicky. It only works on specific types of Android devices. I've found that Samsung Galaxies are probably the most efficient and most affordable out of all the phone choices, outside of the Xiaomi phones you can get from China. But just download the emulator from the eShop, and we're going to go ahead and press play here. Now you can already see that I already have quite a few games, most of my favorite games here, and we're on version 16,793. So, what I'm going to do here is... So basically, take a Google search, go ahead and look for whatever your favorite games are. I can't provide you with the games, but I can show you my preferred settings for the emulator on the Samsung Galaxy S10. Now the Samsung Galaxy S10 does have 8 GB of RAM, and it has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 graphics or CPU. Now the CPU in this is probably the lowest grade you're going to need to be able to actually run GameCube games at appropriate speeds, and I'll show you that with Pokemon, with a Metroid Prime 2, which is one of the most finicky ones. But I'm also going to show you guys something a little special. So, give me just a moment. So, there is actually a way, you can tell by the fact that I have my GameCube controller over here, that you can play with the GameCube controller on the actual phone itself. Whoops. That's very unprofessional. Anyway. So I have two little adapters here. So I have this one, which I literally bought from the 99-cent store, which is a USB Type-C to USB 2.0 ports. And you can toggle them on and off and stuff like that. So we're going to actually try this one first. I have not yet tried this. We'll plug it in. You can see right here, it lit up. Set the controller aside. And this is what you're going to need. This is a Wii U and Switch GameCube adapter. Comes with two USBs. You don't necessarily need both of them, but I will plug them both in anyway. So there. And now we are plugged in. So let's actually go ahead and go to my settings. So first, before I get the controller thing started, I'm going to go ahead and show you what my preferred settings is. So let's lift up, zoom in a bit. Perfect. Okay, so if you're going to go to Configure, you're going to go to General. You're going to want to make sure that Dual Core is on. I have enabled cheats on, but you don't have to have that happen. Everything else can be pretty much stuck with its default settings as the emulator when it came with it. So we'll back up here. And we will go to... actually, we'll back up again. And we'll go to Graphic Settings. OpenGL is the preferred backend, but you can switch to Vulkan. Just do not switch to software or null. Show FPS, I'm going to actually click that here just to show what's going on. Shader Compilation Mode. Now, Specialize is the default. You can skip drawing, which basically means that it's going to take longer to load the game. I just prefer to keep it at default because it's easier for me. I keep the aspect ratio on auto, and then down here we have enhancements. Now, you can increase the resolution up to 4K resolution. I'm going to keep it at native for the testing because the games on this emulator can be very finicky sometimes. Now I will try to show it at 2x resolution and see if we don't have any drop frames, and we'll get to that in a moment. You want to have all the other settings here basically. So scale EFB copy you want to have on. And for Metroid Prime 2 specifically, I don't know why this is required, but you want to have that on enabled specifically for that. So we'll go to Hacks. Skip EFB access from... ignore format changes. Store EFB copies to texture only. I have no idea why, but you need this setting on in order to run Metroid Prime 2 and be able to scan devices. I don't know why that is. It makes no sense, but everything else you can pretty much leave as it is. So like I said, it's not really that difficult. So let's actually go to my controller. Whoops. Gamecube adapter. Okay. No, okay. Enable, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it does say Gamecube adapter, so let's actually see if we can get a game running here. Come on. So let's go ahead and just boot up Smash Bros, because Smash Bros is pretty easy on the emulator. Okay, so I am not getting any input at all. Alright, so we're going to do something else. So let's go ahead and exit that out, and we're going to take this one out. This one doesn't seem to want to work. So let's try this other one and see if it works. I do know that it does work, I just don't have my old device that I made it work with. Yes, okay, so access that. Okay, go back to settings, GameCube input, GameCube adapter. Smash Bros again. Oh, and there we go. It is in fact working. So it is actually creating brand new data. So as you can see, I am in fact playing Smash Brothers with the GameCube controller. See? Toggle up and down. So with this game, since Smash Brothers doesn't really have to run at a super high frame rate, this is, so you actually see up in the top right corner, we're sitting at 60 FPS comfortably. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings, graphic settings, enhancements, my bad. And I'm going to change the resolution to 2x. And still no issue with frames. So actually what I did notice too is that the music is off. So settings, config, audio, audio volume, we'll put that at 37 there. And back up. Okay, that's actually not loud enough either. Sorry, there's a lot of trial and error going with this, guys. We'll just set it to 100. Okay, now let's go ahead and exit emulation. So there you go. That's Smash Bros. Melee on this. Now I'm also going to test Metroid Prime, which again is also at 2x resolution. We're currently still sitting at 60 FPS. Let's see what happens when we get into some gameplay. Metroid Prime is one of my favorite games of all time, and it looks like even at 2x resolution, we're not having any problems with frame drops at all. So actually, the biggest way I'm going to figure this out... Actually, let me turn the volume down. The easiest way I can figure out if there's any issue with this is by simply going to... simply by letting the first part of the game play out. Because the first part of the game, when you're flying the ship in, is the biggest, like, memory grabber. So we see it's still sitting at 60. Oh, it dropped to 30 for a second. Okay, so this scene right here, this cutscene is what makes it the most difficult. But as you can hear, there's no audio stuttering. And there doesn't seem to be any video drops either. So let's just go ahead and watch this out. And again, it's that Snapdragon 855 that really makes this thing run perfectly. I do have the overlay turned off, but I will show you how to turn that back on in a moment in case you want to play a GameCube game while on the go and you don't have a controller like this. I will also show how to hook up a Nintendo Switch controller as well. You can actually hook up any Bluetooth controller to this, but I prefer using my Switch controller because it's more comfortable. So look, this is again, it's at 2x resolution and there's no drop frames at all. A little bit there, a little bit there. That's still good though. Now let's see when the ship comes in, because that's when the frames die. Okay, so there are some drop frames on that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to settings, configure. Wait, no, not configure, sorry. Graphics settings, enhancements, internal resolution, turn it back to 1x. And that did not improve the frame rate. But I think I might actually have to shut the emulator down and turn it back on again to make it work. So yeah, Prime 1 is a little taxing on this right now, just because of this cutscene. But I'm going to get to see, there we go. Yeah, it's just that one cutscene because it has to render so many objects in the same capacity, and the emulator is not that great at rendering that many objects. Apologies for like the constant stuttering of the camera too. It's just refocusing. Samus Aran, the most powerful bounty hunter in the world. Clunk. I always thought that I was going to hurt her knee, but apparently she's invincible. So let's just do a few seconds of gameplay here just to make sure that everything's kosher. Alright. So the L button is working perfectly, which has always been the complaint with this thing. So transition is good. And it looks like this game actually runs pretty damn smoothly. It's been quite a while since I've tested Prime 1 on the system, so. And once again, I will reiterate, I am using just a regular GameCube controller for this. You just need to have a USB Type-C to a USB Type-A and a GameCube adapter, and you can use your GameCube controller on your game. I keep forgetting how to play. I'm so used to playing with cheat codes on that I forget how to play. But anyway, you kind of get the gist with Prime, so I'm actually going to go ahead and exit. And now we'll boot up Coliseum for a minute. I don't know if it's actually got a file on it. I don't think so. Coliseum is not super taxing on the GameCube because the game actually runs at 30 FPS. So as you can see, again, running perfectly smoothly. And it is going to create a new file, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. So let's do the battle now real quick, just as a test run. No. No. No, there's a specific team I want. No. 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 It's not that one either. Come on, which one is it? That might be it. But I don't think it is. That's the team right there. The one with Suicune on it. Please tell me I'm facing the Entei. I'm facing the Raikou, motherfucker. But see, the game runs at 30, so let's just check what we got here. We definitely are gonna need my Earthquakers, so we'll go with let's start with and then Donphan and then Suicune. And my favorite theme in the entire frickin' game. Pardon me on that. So I will be faster than it. So let's just do Ancient Power. Super effective. Not gonna half K it though. Maybe I'll get a boost. Nope. Oh, fuck me. Forgot that thing had Swords Dance. I don't know what would do more damage, but actually Psychic probably would have done more than that. Slash. Don't get a crit. Okay. As long as he wasn't going to get a crit, I would be fine. I'm going to try Psychic and see if that does any more, because I know its special defense is considerably lower. Almost enough to kill, but not quite enough. And it's going to kill me with Slash. Oh well. I don't think Donphan's gonna be slower than it. Okay, I didn't even realize that my thing was gonna do that. So we'll drop a fucking heavy earthquake. Knock the bitch out. Yup, Raikou, knew it. Raikou has nothing against me. It's got Bite. That's not gonna help you at all. Please don't frickin' flinch. Damn it! Oh, come on, don't make me flinch twice. 4 hits and I'm dead. And this is my only way to kill Raikou! Yes! Unleash the power of the Quake. Easy 1-hit KO on a poor defensed electric type. And what's your last one? Ninetales! Another nice target. Although you are faster than me. Oh, that's not good. That's bad. Oh well, we got one more. Suicune will take care of it. I know I'm kind of making a little bit of this a little long, but I just wanted to show it off anyway. So she's not going to be able to do jack diddly squat to me, so I can literally just unleash a couple surfs and it should be done. Okay, there we go. So that went well, so I'm just going to go ahead and exit out. I'm going to do a real quick showcase of XD Darkness, since it is also my favorite game of all time, like, period. Oh, and actually, I'm just going to go ahead and describe the Bluetooth thing so far, since this video is already heading to 20 minutes. To actually add a Bluetooth controller, you'll just swipe down from your top menu, where you're going to see right here, it's going to be Bluetooth. Activate that, and then you're going to map the controls to everything you need. So XD works. I don't want to go through the whole process of a new game. So we'll boot up Prime 2. Now this is the one that is the most difficult to frickin' run. And I am the only person on YouTube, apparently, that does emulation tutorials on Android devices that actually showcases Metroid Prime 2, because it is hard. Most of the fucking ones I see don't even think about Metroid Prime 2 at all, but it is a very difficult game to emulate on a fucking Android device. I mean, you can see we're good now, but what's going to happen in a minute? So I already do have a profile, so we can skip the first scene. Or not. Alright, hold on a second, guys. Okay, so right off the bat, you can already see there is a little bit of issue with the graphics. I'm trying to focus the camera too, which is not focusing. Oh, I don't know why it's not focusing. There it goes. Okay. So, you can see up in the top right corner, we are not getting full FPS on this device. Now, there are some settings you can tweak around, but I have tweaked so many settings to try to make this game run at 60 FPS on this specific emulator, and it just doesn't fucking work. But, luckily enough, this will be the end of the video for this one, we do have another option. Dolphin MMJ. Now this is sort of a hack of the actual emulator. And I'm just going to go to Gamecube adapter, permission, yada yada yada, save. And we're going to go back to Prime 2, and you can see the interface is still on. This one, for some reason, from my experience, does run Prime 2 better. So I'll actually go ahead and I'll go back to settings. Hold on, let me, settings. Show FPS anywhere here? Oh, okay, it is there. So actually it's like really tiny, but you can see it in the upper left up here. Oh, and it seems that the GameCube input thing doesn't work. So what better time than now to quickly set up a Bluetooth controller. So for this, for the Switch controller anyway, If I remember correctly, you want to hold this button to put it into Bluetooth pairing mode. So I'll turn Bluetooth on. And then I will simply hold the button until that light begins to flash, like so. And then I will scroll through. Wireless controller. Nope, not that one. Sorry. Pro controller. That's what it should be. Yep, pair the controller. And connecting, and we're connected. So let's go back here to not to settings. Let's actually just exit out of the emulator altogether. Go to GameCube input, GameCube, emulated, and then I think everything's already set up. Yeah, it looks like everything's already set up. So let's just go back to Prime 2. But you can go through that system and just configure each individual button as you see fit. So I'll zoom in again. It's really hard to see the FPS, but currently we are sitting at 34, 36. Okay, now we're back up to the 50s. Now I already have a profile here too. Oh, I actually do need to set up the whole controller configuration. Well, shit. I actually do have to do it all. Okay, so let's back up again. Go to input again. Enabled. X. Y. Actually, no, hold on. X. Hold on. Y. Start. Z. No. This controller has stick drift in the right joystick, so no. Alright, and then D-pad up, down, right, left. Okay, now we're saved. Now let's do it. Jesus Christ. Pain in the butt. I don't recommend playing the game with the on-screen controls, because you kind of have to, like, flip your fucking index finger on your left hand over the corner of the phone. Definitely better to play it with a controller. There are some games you can get away with playing on the screen, like Pokemon XD and Coliseum, because they don't really use anything else except the A, B, and C buttons. So actually, we have a pretty good example. So actually, we'll just go to this file here, because this is actually a file from my computer. Now again, some of the harder to run games are going to run better on the Dolphin MMJ emulator, which you can see here, top left screen. Frame rate is around 55 FPS, which is kind of the best you're going to get. Also, my controller is rumbling. Or my phone is rumbling, I should say. And my cat's meowing at me at the door. But I'll go ahead and do this really quick here. You can see, works just fine. We'll go into Morph Ball. Morph Ball works. Power Bomb, drop that. But yeah, so that's actually going to go ahead and do it for this video, guys, because any more than this and it's going to kind of get a little too long and babbly. So again, when you want to try to look for Dolphin Emulator, go to the eShop, or not the eShop, the App Store, and then for Dolphin MMJ, you're gonna have to go to a website, which I will try to make sure I link in the description of this video to find it there. But anyway, guys, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this video. Let me know if this was helpful in any way whatsoever. I'm sorry if it was a little babbly. It's just I don't usually like script these types of things, and editing is not my strong suit, so I typically just do it all in one take. But that's going to be it for me, so please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell so you guys can never miss an upload of mine. Also, check down in the description or in the card above, and you will see the access to my Let's Play channel. Please go ahead and give that a sub, a like, and all that other jargon. And that's going to be it for me, so thank you guys so much for watching. This has been ZDS, making Egypt fun one video at a time, and I will see you guys in the next video.